Hey guys, it's Skylar. I'm going to be teaching you today how to use your loom. It's the same for your circled looms too. I've actually got my bag of looms here. This is my bag of looms. I just put them in this bag. Okay. So I will show you the looms. You can use any of your looms for this, okay? This is the biggest loom. Then there's this one also, which the green one is the biggest and it gets your blanket the biggest. Okay, so these are all the circle looms. This one is the best for making socks. This one is good for making, I don't know, like hats for dolls. That's what this one's good for. This one is good for people hats. Oh, this one's also good for like heads of stuffed animal, and this would be the body. Okay. And then this one is good for infinity scarves. So that's just what all the circle looms are good for. But today I'm going to be working with the longer looms, which I have been working with this one. I've used this green one too. But this one is like the shortest one, and so, wait, no, it's not the shortest. This is the shortest. My bad. But this one barely gets you anywhere, so I can only imagine this doesn't get you barely anywhere. So these looms are going to be used for smaller things, but right now I'm making a blanket. But I am going to teach you how to do this. So I think I'm going to use this one because it got me really far when I used this one. But it's really big, so I think I'm going to try this pink one. But they're all really good. But I'll show you what the green one did for me. This is my blanket. This thick orange piece right here, that's how thick the green one makes it. Like as thick as me, basically. Okay. So this is my blanket so far. This is the blanket. Okay. So, I just wanted to let you know, if you're using a stringy material yarn, your blanket is going to probably end up like this. You see those pieces poking out? But if you use a not stringy yarn, it'll end up just beautiful like this on both sides. So, just wanted to let you know. And the best yarn to use for this is baby soft yarn or yarn that's not stringy, that's made specifically for making blankets, which that is what this cream colored one is. Okay, this is baby soft yarn that I got at Walmart. It's only a few dollars, and so yeah. This is my bag that I'm just going to toss over here. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to get started on your loom. So, this is the most important part, otherwise your whole thing's going to fall apart. You see this thing at the end here? You've got to tie the end of your yarn over this thing. So it's tight on there. You don't do double knot, just do single knot because you're going to have to take this out eventually. Okay? So you can go to either side. I think I'm just going to go to this side. And you just start wrapping around like so. You wrap around, done, and you go around and around and under and over, under and over, under and over. This thing will get caught in your hair though, so be careful. So I'm just going to work on this really fast and get it away from my hair. But you're going to have to also go back on it. So you see I've got like one row of this. I'm going to like push all my little thingies down. Do not let go of this yarn, okay? Otherwise your whole thingy will come apart. Okay, so I pushed all these down. You've got to push them down. I'm holding on to this. Okay. So then you have to take this like this. You take it, this time you take it over, oops, okay, so that happens a lot when you do this part. you take it over and then you take it under the next one. So then under and over and under, over, under, and over. Under and over and 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 under and over. And you do that the whole way to your next side. You want to make sure you've got plenty of yarn to do this. It takes quite a few months to get it your blanket completely done if you're making a blanket. So you see I've got like 2 of these now. Okay. So hold on to this still. You can let go of it in a minute, but you've got to do something first. So still holding on to this. You have to take this bottom one. Do not get the top one in there with it. Okay, so I've just got the bottom one and I take it over the top one and let it go, okay? So now you see I've only got one on there, but that holds this in place. So I'm just gonna show you. Do the rest of it. You take this out of your way and you do the bottom one over the top one. If you get the top one in there too, it'll mess up your thing and then it's really hard to get it back because you're not sure which one is which. So you're taking it like that, the bottom one over the top one. Bottom over the top. Okay? And you do that down the whole row. This is a long process. And so use your free time to work on this because it is just a very relaxing thing, for me at least. And so I use my free time to work on this blanket. Just the baby soft yarn, I prefer it. It is the best. It has worked best for me out of any of the other yarns. So now I've got all of these all the way over. Alrighty, so I've done a whole row. So now you see like the bottom right there, it's starting to make that thing. You should see that. Okay, because if you don't, then you know you've done something wrong. Okay? So you got this, you take it over and then under and over and under and over. You do that the whole way down, as I've shown you before. And be patient with this because it takes time to practice with this and make sure you're not doing something wrong. I couldn't get it like my first 5 tries because I just couldn't figure out, wait, do I take it over and under or under and over? But I got it. But the stringy material is the worst to work with. I hate using that material. So, I mean, I can work with it. It's hard to work with. So you see you've taken it over twice and you're taking the bottom one over again. So you just do that the whole way down. As I've shown you before, the bottom one over the top one. The top one stays, the bottom one goes. The top one stays, the bottom one goes. I can be like a little rhyme you keep. So you do that the whole way back. I like to have it where I can see it. And so that's just really helpful for me. But there is one more thing that you are going to need to do to put your pieces together. You're probably like, how did you get the pieces together? Well, with every looming kit comes a plastic sewing needle. It's bigger than like a thread sewing needle. It's a yarn sewing needle. And it's plastic. Just saying. It's a plastic needle. And it comes with this. This is the hook, which comes with the sets also. It all comes together. You get the looms, the needle, and the hook. Alrighty, so I've got just these one, and I'll take it around again in a minute. But first, I've got to get the needle so I can show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm just getting it out of my bag. I've got a yarn bag, which I keep my stuff in so I can keep track of it. Okay, I've got the needle now. Okay, so this is the yarn needle. And so yarn fits perfectly through this hole, but as I said before, the string yarn is really hard to work with, and that includes this needle. It is hard to get all of the little stringies through the hole. So it's easier to work with this baby soft that just stays in place. So that is how you use the needle, and that is also how you use the loom, what you do with the hook, and what all the looms are good for. You can use them for anything, but I am using them right now to make a blanket. You see how I've like sewn right here and right here together. Well, this all takes time and patience. And then eventually it'll just be something cuddly and warm to cuddle up in. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching. Please click like and subscribe. And to help my channel grow, tell your friends about it and tell them to subscribe too.